Kendra Lewis pulled up to Pinnacle Legal Associates, a towering glass structure in downtown Atlanta that she had conquered with her wit, grit, and a Yale law degree. It was a typical Monday morning until a paralegal at the front desk smirked as Kendra walked in. "Are you lost? This is a law firm, not a community center," the young woman sneered, unaware of Kendra's silent recognition of the microaggression. Dressed in her tailored navy suit, Kendra stayed calm. "No, I'm here for the 10 a.m. meeting regarding our diversity initiatives," she replied nonchalantly. The paralegal rolled her eyes and muttered, "Probably here on some affirmative action quota." Kendra felt the tension and multiple sidelong glances. Just beyond the reception, two senior partners whispered, "She's not even supposed to be in this room. Students aren't allowed in faculty meetings." One of them chuckled dismissively. Kendra exhaled slowly, a picture of confidence as she strode toward the conference room. Inside, others were seated, unaware that she was the owner of this law firm. She was the one who had brought in a $50 million contract just last week to expand their client base. The meeting started, and just as a partner presented the dire statistics about losing clients due to their prejudice practices, Kendra seized the moment. "Actually, I am your boss, and I'm not having any of this disrespect in my firm," she said, her voice commanding attention. The room turned silent, jaws dropped in disbelief. The senior partner who had belittled her was now visibly sweating. "What do you mean?" he stammered. Kendra pulled up a news article on her tablet. The headline blared, "Kendra Lewis acquires Pinnacle Legal Associates for $2.8 billion merger," and the look of shock on their faces was priceless. Without hesitation, she re-emphasized security. "These people no longer work here." She felt no sympathy as the executives staggered at the thought of unemployment and lost prestige. 3 executives were fired on the spot, and just like that, Kendra felt empowered, like the walls of disrespect were crumbling around her. The implications of her stance weren't lost on anyone. The firm's stock dropped 18% within days as word spread about the internal revolt over her management style. By lunchtime, they had lost their biggest client, and the repercussions were dire. An office-wide Zoom call followed where Kendra laid it out plainly. "If you cannot treat your teammates with respect and dignity, you will not have a place here." The aftershock was instant, a chain reaction that sent shockwaves through the entire industry. The firm's reputation, previously built on centuries of tradition and discrimination, was now tattered, and Kendra was the force behind its unraveling. In a matter of weeks, the law firm faced lawsuits, and long-term clients like Fortune 500 companies began to sever ties. Desperate calls flooded in from the remaining partners, their tones shifting from arrogance to pleading. Meanwhile, her phone buzzed incessantly with offers from major publications to cover her story as the new face of Black excellence in a conservative arena. Kendra's name became synonymous with change. As she sat at her sleek corner office desk, the smell of fresh coffee floated in the air, mixing with the thrill of accomplishment. Across the street, the large glass building that housed Pinnacle Legal Associates began a rebranding campaign, trying to save face. Kendra smiled, thinking about that paralegal who had dismissed her so easily. The young woman had no idea that she was now serving a lady who had spent years climbing to reach this point, and her laughter felt as sweet as victory. Soon, news segments lit up with her achievements and her intention to convert the firm into a diverse melting pot of talents and backgrounds. Former staffers, exposed for their wrongful acts, found themselves blacklisted. The stock continued to dwindle, and it wasn't long before they succumbed to bankruptcy. The new board members reached out to Kendra, imploring her to take the reins of a redemption mission. "We need to reshape our brand. You can guide us," one of them pleaded over a phone call. Kendra chuckled softly but firmly declined their offer for a partnership. "Why would I want to deal with a sinking ship? You should have thought about equity before," she stated, confident in her ability to build something new. She turned her sights to launching her own firm, a place where everyone would genuinely belong. Over coffee with her friend that weekend, Kendra shared her next steps. I'm starting Lewis and Partners. We'll be unapologetically diverse and we're going to be the best in the game. And those people, they'll regret ever underestimating me. With a victorious spirit, she reveled in the fact the industry had changed, and so had she. The days of being second-guessed or the feeling of doubt seeping into her spirit were history. They called security on me. I fired them all and built something beautiful to replace their hate, she quipped, smiling brightly. Tell us your city in the comments below and share your story. Remember, success is the best revenge against those who underestimate you. If this story inspired you, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories of triumph over discrimination. And always remember, never judge someone by their appearance, because the person you ray disrespecting today might be signing your paycheck tomorrow. Stay strong, stay proud, and keep proving them wrong.